Chapter 18. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. You shall do not more what you did in the land of Egypt, where you dwelt, and you shall do no more what you did in the land of Canaan, where I will lead you. And you shall not walk by their rules, but follow my teachings, and observe my regulations to walk in them. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore observe my statutes and my decrees, that if any man follow them, he shall abide in them. I am the Lord. No man shall approach any more to a kinsman of his flesh to shun him. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not reverence the shame of thy father, nor the shame of thy mother, for he is thy mother. Thou shalt not be able to disown her shame. The shame of your father's wife you shall not reveal, for she is your father's shame. Thou shalt not reveal the shame of thy sister, thy father's daughter, or thy mother's daughter, whether she be delivered in the house or delivered outside. Thou shalt not reveal their shame, the shame of your son's daughters, or your daughter's daughter. You shall not, I say to you, reveal their shame, for it is your shame. The shame of your father's daughter, begotten of your father, for she is your sister, you must not, I say, unveil her shame. You shall not blot out the shame of your paternal sister, for she is your paternal kinswoman. Thou shalt not unveil the shame of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's kinswoman. You shall not be ashamed of your father's brother, that is, you shall not enter the house of his wife, for she is your wife. You shall not disclose the shame of your daughter, for she is your son's wife. Therefore you shall not disclose her shame. You shall not disclose the shame of your brother's wife, for she is your brother's shame. You shall not disclose the shame of his wife and his daughter, nor shall you take his son's daughter and his daughter's daughter to disclose her shame, for they are your relatives, and it would be wickedness. Moreover, you shall not take a wife with her sister during her lifetime to avenge her, to bring her shame upon her. Neither will you go to a woman to incur her shame. As long as she is put to rest because of her wickedness. Moreover, you shall not give yourself to your neighbor's wife with carnal copulation, to defile yourself with her. Moreover, you shall not give your children to offer to them to Molech, and you shall not defile the name of your God, for I am the Lord. You shall not lie with a male as you lie with a woman, for it is an abomination. You shall not lie down with any beast to defile yourself with it, and no woman shall lie down before a beast to lie down with it, for it is an abomination. You shall not defile yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations have defiled themselves, whom I will cast out before you. The land is defiled, therefore I will punish its wickedness, and the land shall vomit up its inhabitants. Ye shall therefore keep my prescriptions and my precepts, and not commit any of these abominations, whether he be of the same county, or whether he be a stranger that sojourneth among you. For all these abominations have been committed by the men of the land who have been before you, and the land is defiled. And shall not the land spit upon you if you defile it, as the people that were before you spit upon it? For whoever commits any of these abominations, the people who do so shall be cut off from their people. Therefore you shall observe my prescriptions, that you may not do any of the abominable customs that were done before you, and that you may not defile yourselves, for I am the Lord your God. Chapter 19. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the whole congregation of the children of Israel, and say to them, You should be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. You shall each fear his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths, for I am the Lord your God. You shall not turn yourself into idols, or make yourselves spindles. I am the Lord your God. When you offer a peace offering to the Lord, you shall offer it freely. You shall eat it on the very day that you offer it, or on the next day, and what remains until the third day shall be burned in the fire, For if it be eaten on the third day, it shall be unclean, and shall not be accepted. Therefore the one who eats will bear this iniquity, because he has defiled the holy thing of the Lord. And the person will be eliminated from his people. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap every corner of your land, and you shall not gather the fruit of your harvest. You shall not pick the grapes of your vineyard cleanly, nor shall you gather any berry of your vineyard, but you shall leave it for the poor man and the poor man. I am the Lord your God. You shall not commit theft, nor speak falsehood, nor lie to one another. You shall not swear by my name falsely, nor shall you profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. You shall not wrong your neighbor or rob him. The laborer's wages shall not remain with you until the morning. Thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block in the way of the blind, but thou shalt fear thy God. I am the Lord. You shall not do the unend of evil in judgment. You shall not offend the person of the poor or honor the person of mighty, but you shall judge your neighbor with justice. You shall not go about with fables among your people. You shall not oppose the blood of your neighbor. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart, but thou shalt reprove thy neighbor with boldness, and not let him sin. Thou shalt not avenge thyself, nor deal evil against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. I shall keep my precepts. You shall not allow your livestock to mate with each other, others of a different kind. You shall not sow your field with mixed seed, nor shall a garment of different things of flax and wool come upon you. Whoever overlies and intrudes upon a woman is a blonde woman, betrothed to a husband, and has not been redeemed nor delivered, shall be scourged, but shall not die because she has not been delivered. She shall bring a ram for a sacrifice offering to the Lord in the tabernacle of congregation. Then the priest shall make an ointment for him with the ram of the guilt offering before the Lord, concerning the sin he has committed, and forgiveness shall be granted him for the sin he has committed. Moreover, when you enter the land and have planted every tree of consumption, you shall regard its fruits as uncircumcised. For 3 years it shall be uncircumcised for you, and shall not be eaten. And in the 4th year all its fruits shall be holy to the praise of the Lord. And the 5th year ye shall eat the fruits thereof, that they may earn your increase. I am the Lord your God. You shall not eat flesh with blood, nor do witchcraft, nor keep times. You shall not cut off the corners of your heads, nor spoil the tufts of your beard. You shall not cut off your flesh of the dead, for the dead you shall not make any sign upon you. I am the Lord. You shall not make your daughter common to make her a harlot, lest the land also fall into harlotry, and the land be full of wickedness. You shall keep my Sabbaths, and keep my sanctuary, for I am the Lord. You shall not look on those who work with spirits, nor on soothsayers. You shall not turn to them to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. You shall stand before the head of the chief, and honor the person of the old man, and fear your God. I am the Lord. If a stranger sojourns with you in your land, you shall not visit him, but the stranger that dwelleth with you shall be as one of your own, and ye shall esteem him as yourselves, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. You shall not make mistakes of estimation, nor of line, nor of weight, nor of measure. You shall have right balances, true weights, a true ephah, and a true hin. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore you shall keep all my prescriptions and all my decrees, and follow them. I am the Lord. Chapter 20. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, You shall also say to the children of Israel, whoever it is among the children of Israel, or among the foreigners who dwell in Israel, who give his children to Moloch, he shall die, and the people of the land shall stone him. I will come against the man and will remove him from his people, because he has given his sons to Moloch, to defile my sanctuary, and to pollute my holy name. If the people of the land hide their eyes and look at the man who gave his sons to Molech and do not kill him, then I will set my face against that man and against his family. I will cut him off from their people and all those who prostitute themselves behind him to commit acts of prostitution with Molech. If any goes about with spirits and soothsayers to go worrying after them, then I will set my face against that person and cut him off from his people. Sanctify yourselves, therefore, and be holy, for I am the Lord your God. Observe, therefore, my prescriptions and do them. I am the Lord who sanctifies you. If anyone curses his father or his mother, he shall die of death, because he has cursed his father and his mother. His blood shall fall on him. The man who commits adultery with another man's wife, because the latter has committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall die of death. And the man who lies with his father's wife, because he has betrayed his father, shame, they shall both die. Their blood shall be upon them. Also the man that lied with his daughter in marriage, both shall die, because they have committed an abomination. Their blood shall be upon them. Also the man that lied with the male, as one lieth with the woman, they have both committed an abomination. They shall die with death. The blood shall smite them. I also, who takes a wife and her mother, commits infamy, they shall bury him and them with fire, that there may be no infamy among you. Also the man who mates with the beast shall be died with death, and you shall kill the beast. If a woman approaches the beast and mates with it, you shall kill the woman and the beast. They shall die of death, and their blood shall be upon them. Also the man that taketh his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and sheet the shame of her, and she sheets the shame of him, he is a villainy. Therefore he shall be cut off before his people, because he hath seen the shame of his sister, and shall bear his guilt. Also the man that lieth with a sick woman, and findeth out her shame, and openeth her fountain, and she openeth the fountain of her blood, they shall both be cut off from their people. Moreover, thou shalt not put thy mother's sister and thy father's sister to shame, because he has put his relatives to shame. They shall bear their iniquity. In the same way, the man who lies with his father's brother's wife and is ashamed of his relatives will bear his guilt and die childless. So the man who takes his brother's wife commits filth, because he has incurred the shame of his own brother. They shall die childless. Observe, therefore, all my prescriptions and all my preceptions, and do them, that the land where I will make you dwell may not spit you out. Therefore you shall not walk according to the customs of this nation, which have cast out before you, for they have committed all these things, so that I have abhorred them. But I say unto you, you shall not inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess, a land flowing with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, which have separated you from the other peoples. Therefore you shall make a difference between clean beasts and unclean beasts, and between unclean feces and clean feces. You shall not defile yourself with beasts and feces, nor with any of the reptiles which your land produces, and which I have separated from you as unclean. Therefore you shall be holy toward me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have separated you from other peoples, that you may be mine. And if any man or woman have in them a spirit of divination or fortune-telling, they shall die of death. They shall stone them, and their blood shall fall upon them.